Hi guys, and welcome back to Reads Readers with your host, Clinton Reed. And today, I'm gonna share with you guys my monthly wrap-up for January. Now, I have my laptop folded out to tablet size with pictures of some of like the ebooks and audiobooks and stuff that I listened to and read. I can show you those. Have a list of the order I'll be talking about them in, their star ratings, and so on and so forth. So, you guys know I always start with rereads. So, and then I go lowest rating to highest. And this, I think, is the first month ever, or at least in a year and a half, or 2 years almost, that I have a 1-star and a 2-star. You know me, I tend to DNF. My 1-star is a DNF, but we shall see and we'll get to that. So, let's just start with rereads. I'm going to start with my lowest rated reread and move my way up. My lowest rated reread was a 4.5, and that was Throne of Glass by Sarah J. Maas. I'm not going to really talk much about this. If you hear squeaking, it's the chair, I swear. But this just follows Selena Sardothian as she tries to become the assassin to the king. And I absolutely love this. We are doing a read-along of the entire Throne of Glass series, so I'm super excited to see what happens after what happened in this. Listen, I'm excited. So, I am reading Crown of Midnight this month, so this will be fun. But yeah, 4.5. I enjoyed it just as much as I did the first time I read it, which was last year around this time too. I'm going to do the ebooks. Oh, well, let's go in order. We have Heart Song by TJ Klune. Obviously, 5 out of 5 stars. This was part of my pack-along. I was actually supposed to finish this in December, but I finished it in January. You'll actually see quite a bit of TJ Klune on this list. But this is Robbie and Kelly's story. I can't tell you any more past that. So 5 out of 5 stars. The other 2 TJ Klune little ebooks that I read was Feral Song by TJ Klune. I'm sorry if my laptop looks a little dirty. Ooh. I didn't realize how dirty it looked until I pulled this up like this. Hold on. I lost it. But yeah. Feral Song, can't really tell you much. You have to read the story. But Carter is all I'm going to say. Oh. And Love Song Part 2. Both got 5 stars. I feel like it's becoming a running joke on my channel at this point. I'm waiting and I'm looking for a TJ Klune book that I do not give 5 stars to. So far I've read 10 things of his, and I've given all 10 5 stars. So we can solidify him as my favorite author. Which there will be 2 more TJ Klunes coming up, but you will see later. So now, let's get to some disappointing reads. This one really disappoints me because this is my TikTok book of the month, which I DNF'd, and I gave 1 stars because I'm doing this TikTok challenge. I figured I would rate them. I'm trying to see, are the books that are hyped on TikTok or Book Talk, are they worth it? I can honestly tell you, this one is not for me. It might be worth it for you guys. A lot of the people that I've buddy read this with absolutely loved it and is continuing on. Ice Planet Barbarians by Ruby Dixon, 1 stars. All I knew going into it was blue aliens with baseball bat-sized penises that were ribbed. That's all I knew. I gave this about, let me see here. Where is the mark? I didn't make it to part. Yeah, I gave it to part 4, so technically I gave it 110 pages. I thought I gave it 100 pages. But I made it to part 4, and I just couldn't. This writing style, like the writing style is amazing. It was easy to read. I just can't get behind these characters. And girl hurts herself. Okay, women get abducted by aliens. The aliens, like, decide, oh, we have to unload part of the ship. So this part of the ship just falls on this icy planet full of injured women. So what was her name? Georgie goes to find food and shelter and figure out what's happening. Comes across Vectel, who instantly throws her down on the ground and just eats her out. I can't. I can't. Communication is an issue. Like, I just, that's getting unhauled. Just, no. So another disappointment was a manga that both me and Sterling both gave 2 stars to. And that is Hitorjimi Boyfriend, which this is a male romance. I can't tell you what I read. But I can tell you there's, like, rape on every screen, on every page. I enjoyed the writing, and I think that's what gave it a point. And I like the art style, which gave it a point. Past that, this is the worst manga I have ever read. We do have, this is a prequel to a series. We have the first one in that. The Hitorjimi game, or no. Hitorjimi My Hero, which we're still interested in. We're going to at least give that one a try. But this is a pass. As you saw in the other one, I can't abide by what is considered rape, and it is. Oh, it is rape. So we're just not going to talk about that anymore. Now, are we? Now. No one need that one. Now let's get into my 4-star. Goddess bless America. Sorry. On to my 4-star reads, which I have 4 of them. Let's just talk about them in the order I have them in. I have another manga, which is I Think Our Son is Gay, Volume 2 by Okura, which is about a mom who is just looking at her son. And she's like, I'm pretty sure my son is gay, but he hasn't told me. But that's okay. That's his journey. And it's just a cute little short manga series. Right now, only volumes 1 and 2 are out in the US. I can't even find any more information past this one. So I don't know if there's any more, because I know this one came out last year in October, so we shall see if any more of these come up. But if any more come out in this series, I will be purchasing them, because I really think this is one of the cutest series that I have ever read. I didn't really cry or scream or anything. The only emotions I get from this is it's cutesy, which is why I got a 4-star. My 5 stars all make me cry. Make me cry, make me angry, make me sad. Like, I have to feel some sort of giant emotion to get a 5 stars nowadays, so. But I just thought this was super cute, and I highly recommend this series to everybody. Especially if you're looking for queer manga where a mom is very supportive. So, and is that. My next is I finally finished The Bane Chronicles by Cassandra Clare, Sarah Reese Brennan, and Maureen Johnson. And I tabbed up the colors of each of the stories and my ratings. I gave it an overall, I think it was a 4.2 star rating for an overall average. So give it a 4 star. There was a few in here. Anytime the vampires showed up, I was bored. So, but some of my standouts were Midnight Air, which brought us more Tessa and Will and their son. And What to Buy the Shadow Hunter Who Has Everything. That, I was sobbing. And I really loved the voicemails of Magnus Bane. This was just super cute. All short stories following one of my all-time favorite characters from this series, which is Magnus Bane. And you just finally get to know what happened in different places of his life. Some things are mentioned in Mortal Instruments or Infernal Devices. And I am buddy reading these with Mel and Kaylani as we're trying to finish out Cassandra Clare this year. I'm super excited. Mel will probably finally get off my back about reading Cassandra Clare. But absolutely loved this. I didn't think I was. I don't really enjoy short story collections that often. But this one, surprisingly, shocked me. Oh, another one that gets a standout. It didn't get a full 5 stars, but it got a 4.5. Is The Course of True Love and First Dates, where it was Alec and Magnus's first date. Oh. The next 4 star I want to talk about is this cute little manga, or middle grade, that was gifted to me by Karina. And that is Me, My Dad, and the End of the Rainbow by Benjamin Dean and illustrated by Sandhya Prabhat. Basically, this is a story about Archie, whose parents are getting a divorce. And there's a secret about his father that is out and proud. About his father who comes out, and once he learns the secret, it blows his mind. This is such a warm, inviting, queer middle grade that teaches young kids that being gay is okay. Divorce, it happens. Your parents still love you. They're still the same people. It's like, this just warmed my heart, and I highly recommend this to everybody. This was so cute. And that's all I'm really going to give you on this. I will state there's a pride parade in it. Wasn't expecting that. But yes. That's all I'm really going to give you on that. Next is which you'll see the rest of this series in the 5 stars. But I finished a series called Rainbow Cove by Annabeth Albert. This is the 2.5 novella that's in between book 2 and book 3. And that is Lumberjacked by Annabeth Albert, which this followed... Oh. I can't remember names. Oh, crap, come back. I know this followed a lumberjack and a makeup blogger. For some reason, names are escaping me right now. Hold the phone. Because... hit the phone. Okay. Give me a sec, guys. I don't know why the names are escaping me right now. Ah! Johnny. I thought Johnny. Oh. Okay. Johnny and Cam. Okay. This follows Johnny and Cam, who... Johnny is the town, in the small town of Rainbow Cove. He's the one that supplies everybody with, what's the word I'm thinking of? Oh, fire logs for their fires and stuff like that. But he also takes pictures of people in shibari wrapped up, tied artistically. Like, he makes them black and white and just gorgeous. And then you've got Cam, who is staying with his aunt. He is a world-renowned makeup blogger on YouTube. Think someone like Manny MUA. And Johnny's kind of like a young Hugh Jackman with a full face of beard. And this brings in the Dom sub play of being tied up with shibari. And ooh, child. Can I just say, it was hot. It's a little short and felt a little rushed in places because it was like quick love. I felt like they should have gotten a full novel instead of a novella, which is why it only got a 4-star. But I absolutely loved it, and I will own this entire series. Also, in that, if the new version of the Kindle comes with an epilogue, without that epilogue, it would have gotten a 3-star. Just saying, read the epilogue. It changes your feeling about the whole thing. Now let's move on to my 4.5 stars, which I have one for that, and that was our Rick Riordan book of the month, which was Percy Jackson's Greek Heroes by Rick Riordan, and John Roscoe did the full color printed artwork of the Greek heroes, like Hercules battling a Hydra. Yes, that's basically all this is it's all the stories of the Greek heroes told through the eyes of Percy Jackson. I couldn't give it a 5-star because I already know all of these stories by heart, but I laughed, I giggled, and this was just a perfect way of doing this. And that's all I'm gonna really say. I know in it there's like spots of ugly, hashtag number 1, ugly, hashtag number 2. Like, oh my god, they didn't have internet. Stuff like that. It was hilarious. If you love Percy Jackson and you want to learn more about the Greek heroes and you haven't really looked into them, this is a perfect way to introduce yourselves to these characters. Now let's move on to our 5 stars, because oh my god, I have quite a bit. And the first 4 are all by the same author, but hey. First one I'm going to talk about is Featherbed by Annabeth Albert. This is the first book in the Vino Veritas Vino and Veritas series, which is a spin-off of Serena Bowen's series, True North, where every book in this is written by a different popular author writing queer, smutty books set in this small town in, wasn't it? Vermont, in Burlington, Vermont. This follows Harrison Philip Fletcher III, who decides to open up Vino and Veritas, which is a bookstore / wine bar. And he meets Finn. I was thinking Finn. Meets Finn Barnes, the local chicken farmer, when they accidentally received an order of live baby chickens. And it goes on from there. Child, when I say that these smutty scenes made me want a cigarette, ooh, they were fine. And I think Harrison and Finn are one of my all-time favorite couples now. And I cannot wait to continue on in this. That's all I'm really going to tell you about it because it's so short. But it was perfect. Just perfect. I definitely cannot wait to read all 18 books in that series. To learn. I wanted to start this series because every book is by a different author. And I wanted to start with an author that I wanted to read a lot more of anyways. And I like the fact that it starts with an author that I've read from before. So this gives me a chance of trying out new authors. So let's get on to the rest of the Rainbow Cove series. Because I've got things to say. Hold the phone. Let me bring oh, I hit the wrong button. Oh, no, child. Go away. So we are going to start with the third book because it's my second to last least favorite, but you'll understand. So, oh my god. Where'd my pictures go? Hold on. And my binder. There we go. And go. So we're going to start with Hope on the Rocks by Annabeth Albert, which is the third and final book in the Rainbow Cove series. Whoa, I did not mean to touch the screen. Sorry, guys. This one follows Adam, which you'll learn in the first Rainbow Cove. There are 3 friends who open up a restaurant / bar in town for gay people, essentially to help bring revenue to the town of Rainbow Cove because it's a really tiny town. It's losing on money, yada yada. This follows Adam, the bartender, who is kind of already a lumberjacky-esque character already. This follows him and the young doctor, the new doctor to the town, Dr. Quinn, which every time I read that, I kept thinking Dr. Quinn, medicine woman, but whatever. And it just goes off their relationship. And the daddy baby boy play that comes into play, and can I just tell you, perfectamundo. All of these have happily ever after endings. You read it, you get what you're going into. I'm not going to spend a lot of time talking about them because I don't want to spoil them. But, fuck yeah. Our next one that I'm going to talk about is the second book in the series. Oh God. His name starts with a C. Why am I so bad at names? Ha ha ha. Okay. Is Tender with a Twist, which follows Logan, the chef of the restaurant, and Curtis, the brooding biker BDSM vegan who uses a chainsaw on logs and makes statues out of them. This came into play with a younger man being the dom and the older man being the sub. This got into some BDSM shit, some tying up, some flogging, some. This winning. If you like that kinky ass shit, this is definitely a book for you. I did not know that going into this. I read the first one and was like, oh my god, I love it. Let's continue on. Well, this one's about Curtis and Logan. Cool, let's continue on. When I tell you I was listening to the audiobook at 9 o'clock in the morning and he was getting flogged, I was like, what the fuck is going on? Who am I? But this... Listen... I want to make sure I have the names right for the first one. Yes, I did. Right? Hold on. And then let us go to the first one in the series, which is still my personal favorite in it, and that is Trust with a Chaser. This follows Mason Hanks, which is one of the three boys who opened up the restaurant, who is originally from this town, like Adam is. Logan was a friend that they met at college. Mason comes from a family who is known for breaking the law quite a bit. We'll put this down. But Mason's known for breaking the law a lot. So, but he is your goody one in the family. Everybody relies on him since his mother passed away. And this follows his relationship with the town officer, Nash Flint. And child, I'm in love with this couple. This is one of my all-time favorite couples ever written. I need to own these books like yesterday. Everything. Just read it. I'm not going to spoil. You know me, I don't do that on this channel often.
Sorry.
You're okay. So just read it. Trust me, this series is top tier perfection. I already know that this is going on, at least Trust with a Chaser is probably going to be on my top books of the year list. Just saying. Now we're going to go on to my next book, which I buddy read with, wow, I am really bad with names today. I buddy read with Sterling, with Tracy, and with Nikki in our little book club that we have. Let me get these character names, because we know me, my brain, for some reason, has gone on the fritz. And I have forgotten names. Okay. And that is Read Between the Lines by Rachel Lacey. This is by far my favorite sapphic novel I have ever read. This follows Rose and Jane, who... Rose owns a bookstore. Jane is a famous author, and Rose's actually favorite author of all time, but Rose doesn't know that. Rose is being evicted by Jane's family business because they own the buildings and they're kicking everyone out to demolish the buildings. Also, they've been talking online and not knowing who each other was, and it just follows from there. When I tell you I cried, I laughed, I hooted, and I hollered, and I've already pre-ordered book 2. And I need it. This gives me that You Got Mail vibes, When Harry Met Sally vibes that I desperately need, just in a sapphic romance. So, yes. All the yes. You know me, I don't really describe my books that really easily because I like to go into books blind. And I feel like everybody should. So I'm sorry if I'm not explaining these 100%. But that was the last of me needing the laptop. So, my next 5-star read is Tell Me It's Real by T.J. Klune, and the art is by Jackie. This is one of T.J. Klune's books put in graphic novel form. And this was kindly gifted to me by Tracy. So thank you, Tracy. I cannot wait to read the actual novel of this. Because this follows Paul and Vince. Paul is very a self-conscious person and feels like he's fat, he's ugly, he's not worth love. And then Vince comes along, and Vince is this hot, sexy, confident man who... It's just a whirlwind. I don't want to really tell you much of this. But this, I bawled, I cried, I laughed. Their opening lines... Look at him. His penis is huge. Other boys in the locker room at school. Ugh, you're gross. Some penises were big. Some were small. Some had hair around them. And some were curved weakly. Like, that's the type of humor you're going to get in this. And I loved it. And Paul reminded me a lot of me in a lot of ways. And Vince reminded me a lot of Sterling in a lot of ways. And I think this is one of the first novels or books or anything where I fully saw this in it. And I was blown away. Oh, and Paul's best friend is a drag queen by the name of Helena Handbasket. Helena Handbasket. Just so good. And last but not least, I'm not going to spoil much on this one because we are about to have a live show, which I don't know if this is going to go up before or after the live show, so I'm not going to spoil a lot on this, but join us for the live show. But that is Brother Song by DJ Klune, which stands as, yes, it's only February 4th. This is my favorite book of the year, and I want to see how long this book stays in this spot. This follows Carter and Gavin, my favorite couple of the Green Creek Wolfpack gay werewolves, like I said earlier, with Heart Song and Feral Song and Love Song. This is the best finale I have ever read to a series. Ever. It blew my mind. I cried, I screamed, I laughed. I hyperventilated at one part. I say read this series. I even tabbed a page. with lines like, "It was warm like a summer day. It was candy canes and pine cones. It was epic and awesome. It was dirt and leaves and rain. It was grass and lake water and sunshine. It was a forest so alive, so untouched." And that line right there just hit me to my soul, because it just made me think of Sterling and how I feel about him. So I'm going to put this book down and end this video before I start crying on film. So there's my wrap up for January. That was 18 books. We had 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 5 stars, 4 4 stars, 2 4.5, 1 1 star, and 1 2 star. I think that's a pretty good month. And I do believe I counted it up. I'm a little over 5,000 pages. And with 5 Annabeth Albert books and 5 TJ Klune books read, I'm doing really good, because by the end of the year, I want to tally up how many TJ Klune books and how many Annabeth Albert books that I read throughout the year, because they just give me so much life. So yeah, that's all I've got for you guys today. Did you like this video? Hit that thumbs up. I apologize if it's a little bit of a mess. It's my first week working the new job. Brain overload, brain shutdown, which is why I can't remember names. I will be using the laptop a little bit more. That way I can show you guys like the ebooks and stuff that I read. I'll find a better way of presenting them. And I will clean up the glass. And I don't know how much of it you can actually see, because I just realized I had the ring light on and I don't know if you actually got to see the covers or not. Oh, it's been a mess. But yeah, that's all I've got for you guys today. Like I said, if you like this video, hit that thumbs up. If you're new, hit that subscribe, because you know you want to. And remember, kids, always be fabulously yourself. Until next time, oh boy.